Good morning, my YouTube lovelies. I'm just coming on to do the Tarot and Oracle Sunday review. Sorry, I'm just laughing because as I sort of went to press this, I've got myself a little bit burnt. Don't know if you can see like around my face, and definitely I've got a cheeky little V-neck line going on from the top I was wearing yesterday. This is the same colour, but it's actually a different top. So I went yesterday to Cheddar Gorge with the beautiful Dawn, which some of you will know as the Energy Witch, and it was really lovely to just have a catch up, to just connect to the energies of the earth, you know, and we didn't really kind of do too much of anything. We just sort of pottered around, having a chit chat, going to various few sort of coffee shops in different places and having some food. But it was just really nice to connect with a friend that I haven't seen for ages, and it was, you know, the weather was a bit sort of up and down, but overall it was very sunny. And as you can see, I've definitely caught the sun, which is just making me smile seeing this video because I can just really see it. You can almost see where I have my glasses on and have my big, because my pollen still is affecting me. I can just see these big old sort of lines. But it's cool. Hopefully during the day it will change from red to start to sort of tan down, because normally I do actually get quite tan, as you can sort of see on my arms. So hopefully this redness will go down. But it just made me laugh because I don't look that red, but it's the way the lights are, it's really picking it up. Anyway, I had a good time. That's the main thing. That's the most important thing, isn't it? To be able to have a good sort of time with what you're doing. So the deck that I'm going to show you lovelies today is one of my all-time favourite tarot decks. I haven't worked with it for a little while, and I wanted to just sort of show it to you because it is amazing. So it is the Crystal Vision Tarot. This is a really stunning deck, this one. And this is created by Jennifer I can never say this. Galasso. Galasso. Now this is being created by US Game Systems. We've seen quite a few of their decks in the past. So they've got their sort of cheeky little logo. There's a better version of their logo on the side, so some of you will be familiar with that. But this is an absolutely beautiful, stunning little deck. On the back it's just got one of the examples of picture. So it just sort of says here on the side, fantasy artist Jennifer renders traditional tarot symbolism in a unique style with ethereal fairy imagery and a vibrant colour scheme inspired by the 4 seasons and the 4 elements. The Crystal Visions deck includes an unknown card for gazing into the future or exploring issues with deeper insight. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so this is a 79 card deck rather than the traditional 78 of the tarot because it's got the additional card. Brilliant. So let's open this bad boy up and sort of see what it's got in store. So, oops. This is nice. So it just sort of says here, it's got a bit of like a separate card. There's no picture, but it's got a little bit of a separate card about Jennifer and her as an artist. I'm not going to read all this out, but that's nice to have that. Okay. Now this deck does include a little book. Sorry, the book's got a little bit crushed. So this is the book, and then it's got examples of all the cards and quite a chunky meaning actually, which is nice. It goes straight in with all the messages. So we'll have a little look at that in a bit more detail later on. It's even got a section at the back for notes. Examples of spreads like the Celtic Cross. So that's really cool. They've incorporated that as well. Loads of kind of great bits and pieces. So that's nice. Even though it's small, that's nice to have that because you don't always get that with these sort of types of deck. Tuck boxes, as you know, I'm not overly a fan of these. You know, this one is okay. It's lasted quite well actually, considering I've had these for quite a long time. So yeah, they're all right. They do the job, but they're not the most. I prefer like a nice hard box as opposed to a tuck box, but that's personal preference. Okay, the cards themselves, oh my god, these are lovely. They're not gilded or anything, but they are a decent stock quality, reasonable kind of medium thickness, which is really lovely. They're a sort of short and tall tarot in terms of its kind of size. I'd say these are sort of traditional tarot size. I absolutely love the back of these cards. This is probably one of my favourite designs for the back of a tarot deck. Just look at the colours, look at the beauty. Really magical, really stunning. Love it. Now each of the cards has absolutely beautiful and gorgeous imagery. The colours, what's great as well is you've got a nice clear message, what it is. So this one, like Page of Cups, and then obviously the imagery. But really, really beautiful artwork, very feminine. I know it's obviously honouring fairy, but really, really powerful. There is some masculine energies in these as well. Like I say, this is a deck that I used to work with quite a bit actually. This deck originally kind of came to me when I first was trying to find something different to Raider Weights. So Raider Weights were what I used to work with all the time, and then I really wanted to find something beautiful that kind of wasn't Raider Weight, because I was getting a bit bored of Raider Weights. And I love that it's got all the traditions of Raider Weight, but in a more kind of fairy style. The artwork, like I say, is absolutely stunning. Really, you know, 10 out of 10 for the artwork. Straight away, I can't fault that at all. It's really, really magical. It's fantasy, but it's very different to anything I think I've shown you so far in terms of artwork from different decks. It's not until you look at it that you remember how kind of visually stunning it is. I must admit I forgot how beautiful these cards actually were. And it's not sometimes till you re-look at them that you think, oh, okay. But yeah, just look at the colours, and you can see with each of the different kind of cards, as the emotions change, the colours change accordingly, which I just think is so lovely. All these beautiful reds, and we've had a few blues. There's just so much here, you know, really, really stunning, really powerful. Like this one, for instance. Look at the power in that, the colours in there. You know, this is actually such a cool deck. I'm going to have to start working with this one more again, because I've actually been quite forgetful with how lush this actually is. It's getting me really excited, and this is what I love with tarot decks, when you feel excited, when you feel really sort of like, you know, you just want to keep looking and sort of seeing them. Like this one, for instance. How powerful is this with her just embedded in the snow? That's powerful stuff, you know, but there's still the embracing and the energy of a traditional Raider Weight, so you can still understand what that card is offering. Amazing. I'm going to see, as we kind of go through, I'm not going to show you all of these, but I'm going to see if I can find the additional card that they talk about, that they've kind of created just for this deck to make it a little bit more unusual. Love the card of the Hermit. I am the Hermit. I feel like I could take on that role, so every time I always see the Hermit card, it's so, so nice. I don't think we've gone past it yet, but it is in here somewhere, because obviously I have used these before. It's mixed up somewhere, but if we come across it, I mean, look at these dragons and this rainbow. So much detail, you know, beautiful, stunning cards, I have to say. This one makes me laugh. Look, the Devil. This is my card as a Capricorn. This is Capricorn's card, and just look how powerful that is, you know. Really, really powerful stuff. So I want to show you enough of these that you can get the idea, but I don't want to show you too many, just in case you decide to sort of treat yourself to this deck, you know. Leave a little bit back as a surprise is what I kind of like to do. So I'm going to show you a couple more, because I want to show you enough so that you can get the idea of these. And then I'm going to go through and see if I can find that new card that they talked about. I mean, look how powerful this is. The detail on this sword here, that is some powerful stuff. I love the fact that they've got like the masculinity with the kings, because some decks keep it all feminine, but I like the fact that they've honoured the masculinity as well. It's really, really nice to have that mix of both. Oh, the colours though, I just can't believe how gorgeous they are. I'm thinking to myself, why did I actually stop working with this deck? Because I actually kind of forgot how beautiful it actually really is. I definitely am going to have to start incorporating this into my readings again. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple more. I'm on a mission to find that kind of card. I mean, even this looks very cleverly done. The way they've done the Hangman, with all that scenery in the background and all around the trees, just perfect. Okay, I'm going to not show you any more, because I'm going to try and find this additional card that they talk about. Let me just see if I can see. If I see any that I think are really amazing that I want to show you, I quickly will. But I don't think we've gone past it yet. So I'm trying to find where. See, like that to me looks really lovely. The way that there's all of that kind of colour in the background. That's what I love when they've been able to sort of incorporate those energies in. See if I can find this additional card that they talk about. I probably won't be able to find it now that I want to show it to you. But that's very clever as well. The way that they've wound the sort of roots to create the pentacle. Fabulous. Right, bear with me. Oh, I've got to show you this one. The World. Another fabulous card, but look how they've done that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This deck is easily a 10, you know. There's nothing bad I can really say about it. It is just... Okay, here's the unknown card. It's just an absolute fabulous, fabulous... I mean, look at the death card there. Sorry, I'm just looking through these and just picking out a few random ones. Absolutely stunning. And, you know, you've got like 2 of Cups there. Beautiful. The additional card they put in is this one, and this just says the unknown card. So if that kind of comes out, this is an opportunity to work with your intuition. Look at the way that candle's lit in the back of that card. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ah, such a cool deck. Okay, as ever, I am going to channel the cards for Sunday for the highest of good. Things we need to know about, things we need to be aware of, and this message will also follow through for the coming week ahead. Because they're a great size, slender and slim, but nice tarot size, they glide really, really nice in the hand. I'm just sort of comparing them. These are the ones I normally work with, my sort of traditional, like in Reefal Visions tarot. I'm trying to see the difference in size. So yeah, they're a little bit smaller. There's not a huge amount of difference actually. Bit of an optical illusion. They're more slender though. Those are a bit more thicker. Okay, so let's see what we're going to get, what's going to come up for us. Oh. Okay. The energy of these cards just feel really nice as well. They just feel so lovely to work with. I can't believe like I haven't actually been working with them more. It's really bad. I've got to definitely get back into this. Just channeling and asking for the highest of good. What's the message? What do we need to know? And then what we'll do, we'll check in with the book and see what the book has to tell us, because it's always nice to see the book's interpretations of things, you know. We're going into the Emperor. Ooh, fabulous card. Now, for me, when the Emperor shows, if I was reading this intuitively, I see the Emperor as almost like, you know, needing to really communicate and speak your truth. You could be locking horns with some people around you. The Emperor can be quite a fiery card. It's obviously the sort of father figure of the tarot. So that's really interesting to sort of have the Emperor. So let's see what the message is. Let me find this one in the book and just see what it has to say. What's nice is, so it's this little section here. What I do like, if for those of you that read tarot reversed, so say if you were to have this fall upside down, that's what they class as reading it reversed, and it's basically whatever its traditional message is, you basically reverse the message. So if it's a positive message this way up, it would be coming out upside down as a more negative message. I don't read tarot that way personally, because I think tarot's so blunt. If it's got something to tell you, it will tell you, but it's always nice to sort of see. So the Emperor card says then, structured, protective and authoritative. The Emperor is the ultimate guardian of patriarch, holding an ankh staff in his right hand, the symbol of life everlasting. The Emperor balances an orb with his left, representing the world he rules and protects. The eagle carries another orb, representing the power, dominance and vision of the Emperor. A crown bearing the horns of a ram, a symbol of assurance and intelligence, adorns the Emperor's head. He stands sure-footed, protecting his domain. So it is kind of like about kind of protecting, honouring, your kind of territory, I suppose, if you like. That's the way they're kind of wording it. I always see this as like staying very authentic, even if you're around types of people or behaviours where people don't necessarily buy into the same version of how you want to live your life. To me, the Emperor is standing true, standing committed with all of your endeavours, you know, and it's almost like not giving away your power to any limitations. It's staying fully within that. That's kind of how I sorry, my phone's just gone weird. That is about kind of staying in your power and in your truth, really, is how I see this to be. Now reversed, it just says, if it comes up upside down, when the Emperor appears reversed in a spread, it indicates someone has become an aggressive dictator and dealing with others. The balance of authority and sensitivity of the Emperor is gone, and one is left with only vanity and intolerance. So it is that kind of like domination, that power. Is, you know, if it was being read more negatively, you could say that this is a bit narcissistic in a way. It's all about control. There's a real fight, a real need for control and to have and to gain control of everything. So maybe that's also the message for some of us this week, to stay in control of our world, however kind of imbalanced or kind of unfamiliar maybe that it gets at times, staying focused on our truth, really. So an interesting card, an interesting message. So I hope that that resonates and makes sense for some of you. In terms of this deck and its kind of quality, I just think this is a fabulous deck. I'll be honest, I forgot how much I loved it and how good it actually is. This was originally produced in 2011, so this deck's been out for a fair old while. It's quite an old deck, but for any of you tarot lovers, absolutely this is one to get in the collection. It's one you're going to start to see me using again a lot more for those of you that have booked readings with me. What I like with this tuck box, sometimes it doesn't always fit in. Everything fits in nicely, and I can pop that down and then I can just put that back in there, and sort of hopefully that will, yep, that actually closes, because one of the downsides with tuck boxes, sometimes they don't ever close nicely. This one does. So this is definitely a 10 deck. I can't fault it, apart from the tuck box, which is maybe lose a point for that. Otherwise, I actually kind of can't fault this deck. It's beautiful. Definitely go and check it out. It's the Crystal Visions Tarot by Jennifer Galasso. Really apologies if I can't pronounce her surname right, but absolutely stunning artwork. Check this deck out. If you're a lover of fantasy art, if you've got an interest in fairies, in kind of witchcraft, in the dragons, the elemental energy, this is absolutely a deck for you. So I'm going to leave this with you. Hope it resonates. Stay safe and well. Have a fabulous Sunday and week ahead, and I'll catch up with some of you lovelies very soon. Take care. Bye for now.